All right, and we're live. Today we're getting into a bit of the crazier stuff. Um, because today we're gonna go a bit deeper into branding. And branding is actually really crazy because the depth of branding I didn't understand it. And so um thank you. And so what we're going through today is going to be um hold on, give me a second. I'm just setting up the other stream just real quick, making sure that I do press record because that's a major component of everything. Is making sure that record button is on. Um, but yeah, so we're going through. Man, like this thing is just like so low. Yep, see it. Yep. So get that back. I keep leaning back, and I'm like, oh my god, it's gone. All right. Interesting. It's just oh my god, we got so many up and coming. Just so you guys can see, this is today. Wait, did it's not today. Today is something else, but this is basically for the next couple of days right here. So we're already going through. This is for today. We're already have a bunch of lives already set up for you. So that's your sneak peek, I guess, if you will, of what we're going to be going through. Um, but yeah, so the foundations of a strong brand identity, because branding is so important. That's why you love Coca-Cola or you hate Coca-Cola because of the brand. It's why, some of us love we're so infatuated with Star Wars. So anything about Star Wars, we get that, right? Or we're a big fan of Disney. My share is The Lion King, right? And so all this is because of somebody with their brand has impacted you in a way where you're like, man, I love this thing. And so, or man, I hate this thing. And so, by how which they branded themselves, they make sure that they attract their ideal target client. And so, before I get into this, my name is Manuel Velasco, in case you didn't know. I'm a random dude from the internet, and I've learned a lot of things from the internet. And so I'm on a mission to help 70 to 100 people learn everything I know so that they can each help another 70 to 100 people to do the same thing. And so before I go into anything, I got to hit you with this quote because I sometimes say outlandish stuff. And so the Sealed Meditations book is all I need. If someone can prove me wrong and show me my mistake in any thought or action, I shall gladly change. I seek the truth, which never harmed anyone. The harm is to persist in one's own self deception and ignorance. Now, people can be ignorant sometimes, and that ignorance is literally because they're so strong in their ways. So don't be so strong in your ways. I'm not strong in my ways. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. It is what it is. You tell me, that gives me an opportunity to correct myself, correct my path, right? So it's actually a great opportunity for me when you guys criticize. All right, so let's get deeper into it, right? So you could either stand out or stay invisible. And most of us stay invisible. And it's literally our own fault because we don't understand how to stand out. And so this is called the Billionaire Branding Booklet. It's not something that I could go with through with you here. It's literally a whole booklet. It's like 30, I want to say 30 pages. Let me check for you. It's 28 pages. 28 pages long is the Billionaire Branding Booklet. So I'm probably not going to go through that full 28 pages. I'm probably going to skip around on it so I could give you a bit of information. And for you guys have access to every PDF that we have here. So if you want access to everything that I'm talking about, make sure you click the link in the description box below. So there's a lot more to branding than you think. You can get lost in a rabbit hole just with branding, let alone everything else that there is with business. So I'm a skip the preface because we don't care about that, right? We want to get into the stuff that actually is what branding is about. So, what is branding exactly? This is something that will help you grow your client base 10 times faster if your branding is set up properly. These these clients will be 10 times stronger than normal clients. Like these are super fans, right? That become clients. So when your super fans become clients, they're already in love with you and want to do whatever it is that you have for them. They want to do everything that you have for them. And so because of that, it creates a even more powerful testimonial, right? And so you have endless abilities that get increased just by branding. You might be familiar with, you know, let's say Mr. Beast, right? There was once a time where PewDiePie was on the top, but Mr. Beast is on the top, right? And so Mr. Beast is on the top because of branding. Branding is what brought him to where he's at now. And so if he didn't brand himself properly, right, you wouldn't really know him, right? He branded himself as somebody who gives. And so in most of his videos, you see him doing some crazy stuff and having people go through some crazy challenges, even himself, right? And so that's all done with branding. And so a brand is a set of expectations, memories, stories, and relationships that, taken together, account for consumers' decisions to choose one product or service over another. Even if you don't know about Mr. Beast, you may have heard of him, right? And then it's like, oh, like you've heard of Mr. Beast, and then you go to Walmart, and then boom, you see some products by Mr. Beast, and you're like, huh, that's interesting. And you're like, okay, this guy's a real business, right? There's even you got the or Logan Paul specifically had and KSI have Prime, right? And that was all through branding. They blew up and made uh it was like multi nine figures instantly because they built their brand. Of course, their brand was built over years, right? It took them a long time to build up their brand. But once it was built up, literally all the products is like a moneymaker because it's him, right? It's this person specific, cologne. It's this person specific vodka. It's this person specific t-shirt. And so because of that, the value gets inflated because it's that brand. I mean, you would say that a Chanel bag, a Louis Vuitton bag costs so much more than everything else, but the materials are relatively the same. Why is that? Well, that's branding. Branding is what makes this $30 cost bag be thousands of dollars. That's branding, right? And so when you're playing this game, understand that building the brand properly in a way that allows for these, consumers to have stories of like, oh my God, you made me feel so much joy and blank. Oh, like you said this piece of advice and man, it saved me so much money. Oh my God, when I started working out and tweaked this one thing that you told me about, man, my workout's been so much better. And that shoulder pain that I used to have, it stopped hurting. All these things are memories and moments, right? Impactful, um, that have an impact. And so, for example, it's like, hey, make sure you have the Cokes at the barbecue, right? So the Cokes create that moment because you can't have a barbecue without Coke, Sprite, and at least water. Like those are like the basics, right? And so I'm weird. I don't have any of that at my barbecue. So when you come to my barbecue, just know that you're gonna have some weird ass drinks. Anyways, but that's all part of the brand. They wanted to create a story. There was a time when Coca-Cola they changed their formula, and people who haven't drank Coca-Cola in a long time, they even wrote Coca-Cola and were like, "Yo, like, fuck you. Why are you doing this? Change it back." And so they changed it back because of the branding, right? The customers like love their products so much that any change, they're like, no, just keep it the way it is, right? And now, of course, they sell multiple billions of dollars of Coca-Cola, right? And so that's how powerful branding is. And branding is literally the logo, the way the package looks. I wish I had, like, I mean, this book, right? This book could be a simple. Oh man, I don't have it. Oh, it's up here. So, what's the difference between a book that is a paperback and a hardcover? Well, this that feels better in the hand, right? I'm squeezing it. I can squeeze it. I can't really bend it, right? Okay, paperback. What's the difference? I'm literally punching through it, and it's very malleable. So it's like this. This is just like it's okay in the hand, but this is like it's an experience, right? When it's in the hand, because it's a hardcover book. And so like that's again the packaging right there. So you have the font. Oh, okay. Let's play with the font a little bit. Let me show you this real time because I haven't looked at this, but I already know the branding is going to be different. Look at how the letters are on this, the text, right? Okay. What about the text on this one? Different. And then the text on this one, different. All three of them together. Oh, which side do I go? All three of them together. All three of these are different completely, right? There's no the same about it at all, right? The M's are different. If you look at the M right here, the it has like a extra length to it, a bridge, if you will. The M on the 100 million is just a regular M, right? So they did that purposely. There's a reason behind it. Why? I have no idea because it's for their brand, right? The specific message that they wanted to send with their branding. And so then personality. All right, well, two of them were philosophers. I would argue that Alex Ramosi is probably a philosopher himself. But the other one's a business. Alex is a businessman, right? So those are different personalities. You have a businessman, you have a philosopher who lived a long time, long time ago, and then another one who lived a long time ago. And so different personalities, right? Different perspectives. And then the price. Well, that book, the Green Book, is a $30 book. I think it was $10 shipping. Um, this is a I forgot how much this book is, but it's like the paperback difference. This was $10, right? A $10 book. So a $10 book and a $30 book. What's the difference? Holy moly, it's way bigger. I'll tell you what. But there's some $30 books over there that aren't as big as this one, right? So it's like again, the quality of it is completely different as well. Like there's no comparison between a hardcover, which could break my head, right, and a paperback, which is nice and soft. Um, then we have the customer service, right? Now with books, I would say there's not much customer service when it comes to books in general. But it's like there's some people who use books as a gateway into all their other products. Some use it properly, some use it a little less properly, because there's some people who they collect everybody's information, they buy the books, but they never give them a call and talk to them. There's some people who just like the objective is not to have that overhead of having people call these leads, right? They just rather have them go through the process, and it's just the more people we get in the front end, the better the back end looks, basically. And so you'll see people have books. Like I know Alex, for example, he has his books, and then he has his workshop, which I want to say is like 5K or something like that, and I'm sure there's other levels up. Then he like throws money in your business and you partner up. But of course, it's not that simple, right? So it's like there's levels to what he does. There's another one who's like book, $5,000 product, $30,000 product, $100,000 product, right? And so there's again multiple levels, and there's $1 million products as well. And so, but all of this coincides with branding. The way the logo looks, the way the packaging is. Like, there's an Amazon box over there, but I would rather not expose myself. And so, there's Amazon. The Amazon box, the way it looks, it's very. You could tell that this is from Amazon, right? And so it's like there's power in branding. And so they knew that from the beginning that when they were going to start their own shipping stuff, they need to brand it. So it's like a different experience. Like we've gotten UPS boxes, the post office. Oh, do I have one? I don't have one around really close, but the post office boxes are different, right? They have a different logo specific. It's like white, red, and blue, right? And so it's very particular. UPS is more just like basic box, like whatever box. It's just a box, right? And then we have FedEx, which is still like kind of sort of just a box, right? It's not really branded. But the only ones that are really branded are the USPS and Amazon are the really branded box packaging looking stuff. And even there's some companies that send boxes of goods. It's like a goodie box or something like that. So it could be from Japan, it could be from all these different places, and it just sends you a bunch of stuff. But usually those boxes are really well designed and packaged in a way that makes you like have an experience at the same time as you unpackage the box, right? But all of that is part of branding. And so branding, I'm gonna just go to through the tops of these things, just so I could give you a little bit more than what would usually be giving, because we're only on page 5, right? And so and it's going through it fairly quickly. All right, so we have branding identity. This is determining what your purpose and positioning is. We have branding purpose, the big reason for your existence and why you chose to become an entrepreneur in the first place. Then we have branding positioning, who your product is for and why your product is a better option. And so again, there's there's more depth than just like, of course you could just turn on the camera and boom, YouTube video, right? Or it's adding a custom logo, or a custom banner, or a custom thumbnail. And so it's like, yeah, you can be in business and you just have your LLC. That's it, right? And that's all you think about. It's like, okay, what is the business name? I don't know. It's iPhone functions. I don't know. LLC. Boom. There we go. But then it's like, okay, there's more to it than that, right? And we discussed that before. And so even in this sense, it's like these are the foundational pieces of building your business. And so these are thoughts that you should have about what is your purpose, what is your positioning, what is the why are you doing what you're doing, right? Are you somebody who I've seen so many people who they have a condition and they can't find the product that would help them in the best way. It's like it's always something that's very janky. It doesn't work fully how it should, right? Or it doesn't work fully well enough to do the proper job. And so they invent their own product to make a system or something that would help them with their issue. And so they innovate, right? And then after they innovate and they solve this problem for themselves, well, it's easy to solve another problem that is for somebody else that you faced already. And so having people or targeting everything towards people that in a way are the same as you equals out to, okay, you have the perfect product for the perfect audience. But let's say, for example, I'm selling payment processing, and instead of going to business people, I go to a college campus and I start asking all the college students, hey, are you interested in this payment processor? It's only, $1,000 to get started and blah, blah, blah. They'd be like, yo, like, I need to worry about food. Like, I have no idea what I'm gonna eat and how I'm gonna eat with this $5 that I have left, let alone buy the books for all of my classes and stuff. So what are we talking about? This $1,000 payment processing, right? And so, okay, but if I go to a business owner who's doing that already, well, I'm more likely to get some yeses out of that, right? And so the person that you're reaching out to or you're branding yourself for really matters, because you could be branding yourself for something and then you sell something else and you completely screw up. It's like if my channel is specifically about, let's say, I eat, right? I eat. It's ASMR, and so I have all the slurps and all the sips and shit. If you want to pay me for ASMR, I'll gladly take it. I'll eat some food. But but it's like, okay, I'm a food channel. And then I turn around and then I start showing you like the crazy jackass life of like just doing some wild ass shit and entertaining. It's like, whoa, 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 whoa. I came here for food, and it's like you named the title food, but then it was something else. It's like that automatically, makes your brand look weird. And so because of that, you gotta be very specific on these points, right? And so the last one I'm probably gonna be able to give you is going to be the three E's of branding. So the three E's of branding are enabling, elevating, and enriching. So enabling is the brand you choose should feel simple, effortless, accessible for anyone who is attracted to either you directly or your offer. So remember, keep it before we talked about keeping it simple, stupid. That was yesterday. And so this is again the same thing, enabling, making it simple for those who want to access it, right? Elevating. Your brand should create an experience through the senses. Think about textures, colors, environments, and storytelling. So again, the story of the impact, it's like, oh, you helped me make money. Oh, you helped me like get rid of the shoulder pain. Oh, you helped me lose weight. Or it's like even the feeling of it, right? We talked about the Amazon boxes. So if the Amazon boxes they feel nice, it's like, ooh, I like the way this Amazon box feels, or the way it looks, right? And everybody knows it's Amazon. Might have reminded them when they see the Amazon guy pull up, hey, I need to order this thing on Amazon. So elevating through sight, through the touch, right? The texture, like everything, right? Is a part of it. Enriching. Clients should be able to feel a part of what your brand represents. It should resonate with them and create that sense of tribe and community that they seek. Think about what you could provide your client base with that will help this. What tangible objects can you give out at your events? What different ways are there to interact with them? So this could be as simple as, hey, you do a live, right? You're a clothing brand, but you do a live and you reach out to like the top 10 customers that you've had or something like that. And then you talk about, why like I appreciate you guys and why have you, you know, purchased so many items from me? I'm just curious. And then that could be um something in itself. And it's like that's an event, right? And you could have that live, right? You could even, you've been a customer for so long, boom, just write a freaking thank you note and send it to them, right? It could be so simple, but you need to make it in a way that when they join in, they join not into like a product, but into a community, a culture, right? And so this more, more a cult base, right? Because you have cults of if you say something bad about Disney, I bet and best believe there's going to be some Disney people that come out and they put you in your place, or they think so. And then there's going to be some people like maybe they watch anime. And so a big one is when people say One Piece is trash. Now, I'm a fan of One Piece. And so it's like, okay, you think One Piece is trash? What do you think is good? And then they say something like Death Note. And I'm like, Death Note's not that good. I'm sure that's controversial for some of you too. But again, it's like you need to create your people to be that in love with what you do. It's like even if there was a mistake that happened, they'll give you the benefit of the doubt because it's like, no, he's not like that. Emmanuel's not like that. He's not trying to win one over on you. Did you talk to him? Because maybe he don't even know about like what happened. And then remember the book, it says, if I make a mistake, you let me know, right? So I could correct it and understand it. And so, boom, you come to me and it's like, oh man, I didn't know you had this experience. Let me fix that, right? Oh, here's your money back. Something that simple could be such a game changer because some people think that a lot of people are just after their money when the objective might be different. And so, those are the three E's: enabling, enriching, and elevating. There we go. But that has been the foundations of a strong brand identity: stand out or stay invisible. And also, if, in case you guys didn't know, I was actually a part of the first group of people who, if you know this guy Ty Lopez, went through his SMMA, social media marketing training. And apparently there was a lot of people that were in there that are actually big on social medias now. So yeah, that's pretty cool. But if you like this video, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you check the description box for any links that we have, which the only link that we have usually is to join the school community and join the I learned it from the internet I learned it from the internet community, where we have a community, right, of people who want to elevate you, enrich you, and enable you to be better. So again, stay tuned for the next video, because we're going through this every day. Every day we're dropping some type of knowledge on you guys. And so tune into that 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, and we're going to do it again and again and again until eventually I'm like, you know what? I feel like taking a break. I'm not doing this every day. So before that happens, make sure you join live so you could be here, comment, share, like, and subscribe. I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.